Here's a quick recap of today's price action. So coming into the day, I had a neutral bias, but I was honestly leaning slightly bullish. You can see that we are displacing higher. We have put in a bearish SMT with ES, where ES has now tapped a 4-hour bearish gap. From here, I was open to looking for continuation longs, but the only problem was that we really had no key levels within this leg to be looking for a long position. Now, with that being said, right at market open, we immediately dump here. This has just automatically changed my bias to being bearish because, as I said, there's really no key level within this area that we can reject and react from. The next true point where we can see a reversal is going to be the new day opening gap, as well as London lows. Now, as you can see, we do end up sweeping some lows inside of a 1-hour bullish gap. From here, 945 ends up manipulating higher into a 5-minute bearish gap on ES. Normally, I wouldn't want to be looking for a short position if NQ doesn't have a reason to distribute, but with our 945 PO3 already manipulating, doing the damage, I don't see a reason for this high to get remanipulated prior to this current PO3 reaching its objective. Because of that, I was actually open to looking for a 2-minute short, even though technically we were not delivering from anything on NQ. As you can see, the close ended up just being absolutely awful on this inversion. Therefore, I was not able to take it, but had it been a better close, I was actually hovering over the sell button, and unfortunately, I just couldn't take this because of how bad the close was. Now, moving on, I want to talk about this 5-minute long. You can see that after market open, all we've done is we've dumped around 300 points, and honestly, what you're doing is you're just taking a long position when we're very close to the sell side DOL. Even if you're taking a long position here, I'm sure that your reason for doing this is to rebalance prior to taking this objective, but when we're just dumping this hard, I'd say either wait for the sell side to get swept and then look for a rebalance, or look for the rebalance and then look to target the DOLs below. But you don't need to be trading within these range-bound conditions when we have objectives on both sides. This ends up absolutely failing, but along the way, all we've really done is we've generated more targets for when we truly are going to manipulate. Now, you can see that we end up sweeping London lows inside of CE of our new day opening gap. I'm using the new day opening gap as my key level. We end up getting this beautiful inversion. This is where I end up taking a position long with my stop loss at the swing low, targeting an unmitigated 15-minute gap above. As you can see, while in the trade, we actually end up creating a 30-minute unmitigated gap above. So this is now going to be my break-even point, still targeting that 15-minute unmitigated above. As you can see, during the trade, ES actually ends up mitigating the 30-minute bearish gap. Therefore, I had to go break even, got stopped to break even right here. And as you can see, I thought this was going to save me from a loss. You can see that it absolutely edges what would have been my stop loss. And then you can see that this ends up just absolutely ripping. So overall, I think this was something and a place where you should have gone break even. If you didn't and you had the conviction, I think that's fine as well, but I'm not at all mad about the break even that I took. It's just what happens, and I really like the trade idea overall. As you could see, it ended up being right, and the lack of the delivery here in the SMT, that's just out of my control. So I hope you guys learned something from the video, and drop a comment below and let me know how your trading day was.